My name is Chris DeRozier, and this is my small first aid kit. I'll start off first with the small Ziploc bags. They're handy for miscellaneous cleanup, get rid of, saturated wrapping and gauze pads and that type of thing. Second is our instant cold pack. It's handy for bumps, bruises on the trail, reduce swelling. Next is our rubber gloves. They are for personal protection, protect yourself from bodily fluids. Our Kleenex, various uses for that. Next is our Medilite. It is a electrolyte replacement. So if you're out on the trail and heat exhaustion and people are drinking lots of water but they might not be getting electrolyte, it's a good replacement for that. Our non-aspirin, which is Tylenol. Then our aspirin for pain relief. Next is our sting relief for insects, bites, and that type of thing. Poison ivy and oak. Cleanser, it helps with the poison ivy, skin irritations and that type of thing. Next we have our sunscreen and burn cream. In case we're out for a long hike and you get a sunburn, then you might need the cream. Next is our alcohol prep pads. There's not a lot of uses for these anymore due to the cell interaction with the alcohol. It's typically for a wound, it's not very good to use these, but they're handy to have. Clean up around the wounds and that type of thing. These are the quick cleans. They're for cleaning your hands, cleaning around wounds, cleaning up areas and that type of thing, in case of abrasions and that type of thing. Getting over to the tools, these are our tweezers. Multiple uses for those, pulling out splinters, pulling out debris out of a wound. Next are our tongue depressors. These are great, splinting an injury. Also looking inside of the mouth to see if there's any debris inside the mouth, that type of thing, instead of sticking your fingers in there. Next is a moleskin. These are great for blisters when you're out on the trail, protect wounds. Next is our antibiotic ointment. This is what you put on wounds in case there's an open wound, abrasions, that type of thing, to keep infection out. Lip balm, pretty unnecessary, but nice to have. This is a insect protection cream. It's a insect repellent. Nice in case, to protect yourself from the mosquitoes and West Nile and that type of thing. These are sport beans. These are great for people who might have, a sugar issue, for diabetes, that type of thing. Just good to have around because they don't melt and they don't go bad. Next is our light stick. These are great to keep in with the first aid kit because they don't corrode. They don't have any issues like that with batteries. If they leak, it's typically inside their package. So great to have there for a light. Or tape, various dressings. This is a kind of a spongy stretch dressing. These are just handy to have for sprains and that type of thing. Our typical ACE bandage. You can use those for various things, slings and that. Absorbent, gauze pads. This one's extra absorbent. More small gauze pads. There's our Q-tips for applying anything to the wound or wiping out debris. First aid packet, just in case somebody's unfamiliar with the first aid, they can look for this. And then our waterproof case, hard case, small, easy to carry. A few other things in my kit here that I need to mention are the small band-aids, small, medium, and large band-aids, self-adhesive on those. Also, I have an emergency blanket. These come in handy in case of, you find somebody on the trail who might be going into shock or that kind of thing, or you get stuck out there and you need to keep warm overnight. These are great to have. Also, I forgot to mention my scissors here for cutting any of the dressings and that type of thing. and antacid.